Thank you so much for joining us, Prince Francis Chilaka. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the show this evening. Sincere apologies for starting about an hour behind schedule. I had huge technical issues, so I had to ensure that I nip it to the board and rush down here to get this done. Welcome.
We're going to get it right.
We will get it right. These are just teething challenges. Well, I have Barrister Sim Adams also joining us. I hope he can hear us now. Barrister Sim, I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us, sir? Barrister Sim, sir, can you hear us?
I can.
Oh, great. Awesome. I'm glad that you can hear us.
So, Barrister, are you in the dark?
I'm in the dark. Honestly, where I am, I have to move out of my office.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry about it.
I don't know. Yes.
My sincere apologies.
So
some stories making the round today. All right,
you know?
So some stories making the round today. We hear that Jandor said that he would have defeated Sanwo-Olu, but that P2B tsunami stopped him from defeating Sanwo-Olu, and that's part of what we'll be looking at in the course of the conversation today. Let's see if I can just mute some microphones so that we don't have interruptions while we're talking. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Then moving on to other conversations. Tariff increase will push available generation to 7,000 megawatts. You'd recall that Nigeria still they struggle with just 5,000 megawatts, we will still never even reach till now. But they say if we increase tariff, you go push our megawatts to 7,000 megawatts. We'll go look at that one too. And then very quickly, Rivers Assembly is in Rivers Assembly matter. Rivers State says that they are yet to receive the Amehule-led Assembly's 48 hours ultimatum to the governor. That's a very important issue you should also look at. Then Natasha Akpoti's petition against Senator Akpabio and the back and forth about it. The petition has been shut out by the Senate right now. And that petition has raised a lot of uproar because many worry why Senator Akpabio has to preside over his own petition. However, Senator Akpabio don't respond, say he no harass Senator Natasha Akpoti. In fact, he no do anything. There was a lot of confusion today over the rules and order in handling Natasha's petition and all of those issues. Even as in River State, the River State RISIEC has now fixed August 9 as the next local government election in River State. So we'll be looking at all of this and more. But the Barrister, because of where you are, and I'm sure that it's not somewhere that you're very comfortable to talk. So let's quickly pay attention to, I think we already lost him. Let's quickly pay attention to Prince Francis, who can't see you. Kindly turn on your video if you can see me. Can you see me, Prince Francis? We can't see you. We cannot see you.
Why? My video is on.
All right, great. Okay, so let's get straight to the issue of Natasha Akpoti and what led to her the opera in the Senate. Let's even begin with that confusion. As the Nigerian Senate today Wednesday descended into confusion and chaos over Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's sexual harassment allegation against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Now, Natasha rose on order 10 of the Senate rules to allow her petition against Akpabio to be admitted and referred to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petitions. Now, Natasha presented her petition against the Senate President after Akpabio earlier in his address declared that he had never harassed any woman in his life. Well, if he had said that, I wonder what will happen to Joy Nunez's case, because that case is still an evidence where she's still accusing him that he harassed her, right? But then let's further look into that issue. So Senator Mohammed Mongunu, through Order 40, drew the attention of the chambers to the fact that the Nigerian Senate lacks jurisdiction to entertain the matter as it has been taken to court. That is, say this matter, if Senate look at it, let me say good day subjudice. But Senator Akpoti talk say no. The matter where they before the court. Now the fact say your assistants for media go right talk say they wear transparent clothes for Senate to make me look like, say, I come Senate just to seduce people. Say this matter on the fact, say you harass me, never reach court yet. So I get the right to bring and come inside Senate. Now waiting, she talked with that. After much ado, the Senate president allowed her to present her case to the Senate. And then so many people objected it. Senator, I think Bamidele Okoyemi objected and said that because she was signatory to her own petition against, I think, the other 40 or one other order in the Senate, and she was signatory to her own petition, so it cannot fly because she's signatory to the petition. That according to the House order or the House rule, it is her constituents that should be signatory and not her. So because her signature is there, it cannot stand. In fact, another senator from Ekiti State or so now also raised an order against her and said that she too had once accused Fayemi Kayode that he sold Ajaokuta steel and that Ajaokuta steel still exists now. So Natasha also lied. Say himself, they bring petition against Natasha. Natasha can't respond, say she not ever talk anything like that for her life. If there is no time that she ever accused what do they call it? Former governor Kayode Fayemi of doing any sort of thing. Yes. So I like to take a reaction while I try to get those footages and play them.
Well, you know, the Senate has become what we call House of Commotion, Fuji House of Commotion. It's unfortunate that the hallowed chambers that should be placed for us to look up to as Nigerians, where we believe that, you know, we have the highest of integrity, men of honor and proven integrity should be there. But unfortunately, you have a Senate that is now washing his dirty linens in public. Now they are beginning to explain to us how they conduct their affairs to the detriment of Nigerians. I mean, what is the sense if I have a problem with a senator, I will not go to my constituency to ask them to forward a petition? It's the height of mediocrity. It is the height of madness. It simply shows you that these are so-called senators do not know what they're doing. And that is why it is difficult to recall a senator or a honorable member. So they know all of this and they're playing to the gallery. Now let me ask a question to these dishonorable senators, as they want to be called. Since they want to rubbish themselves in public, the Nigerian people will help them to rub them in the mud. We would bring them out and bring them together with pigs to fight. Why is it that the petition by a senator is being looked at as if she is not a human being? If the Senate treats Natasha this way, how do they want other people to treat ordinary Nigerians? And this is one of the reasons why when ladies get raped in this country, they don't go to the police station. They don't tell anybody. They hide it. Because when they come out to speak, the society comes at them. What the Senate should be looking at is this petition, these accusations she has made. Why don't they come down and investigate it? Why are the men in the Senate behaving simply like narcissists and chauvinistic men? These are men who have daughters. What kind of message are they passing to their own daughters? Because this whole thing, if it is not handled well, you will have a society where the women will be trampled upon and nobody will fight for them. So I am totally disappointed with the state Senate. And I would say this, that Senator Akpabio, the Senate president, should step aside and allow proper investigation to go into this matter. That is the ideal thing to do. You can't write Wayek and be the one to mark your own script. And that is what the Senate president is trying to do. So it is becoming a gang up of not only the men in the Senate, but the women as well, and even the women that have left the Senate. Someone like Senator Florence Itagi, I am disappointed at what she said. Honestly speaking, She's somebody I know one-on-one. She's somebody I have a lot of respect and regards for. And she's somebody who runs a foundation. So I am totally miffed and disappointed. Come in public and say that once you become a senator, you cannot be abused. In other words, what she's saying to Nigerians is that once you are there, do whatever it takes to remain there. Do whatever it takes to get what you want. For me, her statement and that of Yureti Kingiwe has put the women folk in a very difficult situation.
All right. So, as speaking about what transpired in the Senate today and the Senate's reaction to some of these issues, I found it quite appalling that even women, they carry even women to use against women. So today there was a bit of a clash between the supporters, the pro-Akpabio supporters and pro-Natasha, pro-Akpabio and pro-Natasha group protesting in Abuja. And it became very embarrassing because at some point, some of them, they even asked these women, especially pro-Akpabio people, say, what will make you come out, come protest? Maybe they even talk. Maybe we even hear what some of them talk. We bring them come out to come protest. Just listen to them.
I didn't see any wrong in what they are saying. So I don't know much about the detail of what they are saying. I'm just supporting you because my mind led me to support.
But you don't know much about what they are saying. Do you support Senator Natasha?
I don't even really know the whole story about it.
You don't know the whole story? So why did you come out here today?
Why I came out here is that they said they will go and support that he should remain as our senator.
So she say then she come out here because of they say make them come support, make Akpabio remain as our Senate president. Say now waiting make she dey out there. So they are coming out. In fact, some of them don't even understand the name of person where they call support at all. And this situation now, women now they use to come fight the cause of their fellow woman. They don't even know, some of them don't even know the name of the person where the so-called Akpabio where they come support or their supporter even get problem with. They don't know the nature of the problem. How do we define all of these kind of things? You know that, see, I don't want to say since APC came into government, I'm not on radio or public radio or something, so I can say this. It be like since APC come government, now I begin find out, say, counter-protest the day. So as one person protests, you find out counter-protest. As you see a group where they protest for, you go see another group where they protest against the protesters. And it looks like it has become a norm now. So once you notice that there are people, voices who would raise up and say something about government or say something about waiting people they do, we no good, or waiting people they empower they do, we no good. You get another people who go, so when they go also sponsor, I don't know, or wait for you say waiting the government they do, they good, we go come speak on their behalf. How will Go-Fitis explain this kind of thing and waiting it mean to our democracy?
Precious, you know, the problem we have in Nigeria is a problem of poverty. Poverty of the mind, poverty of the stomach, poverty of the pocket. And this political class, this wicked political class, they understand this whole dynamics. They understand the fact that if they keep holding the people down by not giving them the dividends of good governance, by not giving them the dividends of democratic rule, by ensuring that nothing works in the country, it helps them to stay in power. So that is what is playing out. Because unfortunately, like you said, most of these women are women who are hungry. 5,000 naira will go a long way for them. 10,000 naira will go a long way for them. And you know our country, the political class are good at hiring supporters. They are good at hiring crowds. So they know that mostly these are women who sometimes stand by the market waiting for those who are selling meat or selling foodstuffs to finish selling so that they can pick the leftovers and go and feed with their families. So those are the kind of women you see they will go and carry on the road, on the streets. They just pick them up, show money to them and they follow them. The time for Nigerians to begin to think as if there is no boxes now. People must begin to say no to the financial inducement of the wicked political class. People need to start that. And I am disappointed with women, honestly speaking. I am disappointed with Nigerian women They don't know which cause to fight for. They don't even know when to fight for a cause. It is very, very pathetic. The way the Nigerian women will allow themselves to be used, debased, insulted, and they will be happy about it. Some of us who have mothers, and our mothers are doing this, they should talk to their parents, because their parents are bringing shame and disgrace to their families. I'm with you, Precious.
All right. Can you hear me, Prince Francis, sir?
I can hear you.
Or I think network issue there. Can you hear me? All right, great.
I can hear you.
So I like us to take a listen to, yes, I like us to watch a bit of what transpired in the House today. We have quite a lot of things to cover up. Remember that your brother, Asari Dokubo, spoke today and warned those that matter today in River State's issue as an Ejoman. And then the House of Assembly in River State, we hear that they don't give Siminalayi Fubara ultimatum, say make it resubmit names, make it sack all the commissioners, resubmit names of commissioners. I don't know if that's a rumor yet because it's not in the mainstream yet. So these are part of the issues that we have to look at. But let's take a listen to what transpired before the floor of the Senate today and how Senator Natasha was able to, bring her cause
of her name
to the floor.
at the beginning thereof. The petition is in my name against the President of the Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, for sexual harassment, abuse of office, and malicious obstruction of my legislative functions. You may recall, sir, that on Friday in Arise TV, I did make some statements. And I have decided to narrow these statements in a formal petition against the President of this Senate. So if it may please you, I would humbly step forward and lay this petition.
You may proceed.
At this point, you can hear the murmur. So some people, like somebody just whispered and said, "But this case is in court now." But she had also said earlier that that case is not in court because the case before the courts is the one concerning Senate President Akpabio's media aid, where he be saying insult as he should wear transparent outfits, use enter court. But make we just take a look at some of the other issues and what happened for inside court.
This petition is hereby referred to the Committee on Code of Conduct, Ethics and Public Petitions to revert to the Senate as soon as practicable.
Petition.
Any other petition?
And he or she shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that the contempt or breach of privilege has been committed. I stand and I believe herefore, sir, that your denial, your refusal to accept and treat my petition before the Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges and Abuse of my privileges, and I say forth, that this matter is not subject, it is not before the court. The matter before the court is on the defamation and cyberbullying statements made by your special assistant on new media, Mr. Patrick Umfom, who addressed my decent outfits as transparent, thereby depicting that I walk sedulously and naked to the chambers. That is the nature of the petition of the case in court. This petition, sir, has never been filed. The petition that alleges, or should I say, accuses you of making sexual harassment moves, abusing your office, and making malicious obstructions to my legislative functions has not been tendered anywhere before, no court in Nigeria. So, sir, I would appreciate if you kindly accept my petition and forward same to the Ethics and Privileges Committee so it could be treated. Thank you, sir.
Yes, first let's finish with Senator Bangunu.
Mr. President, this Senate, Section 40, Section 40, subsection 4, of which also says, no senator shall personally sign a petition to be laid before this Senate. It's not about committee on ethics. It's not about waiting for the committee to take a decision. It's about whether this matter is right to be referred to the committee. Mr. Senate President, you were being emotional because you didn't want to be seen as trying to stop this allegation. That was why you even allowed it to be referred. The Senate erred by referring it to the court. Is not competent to stand before the Senate. That is the issue. It was signed by the most distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, for whom I have a lot of respect. We cannot rewrite our rules because of anyone, and we'll be setting a dangerous precedent. Number 3, other than constitution and the rules, the Senate is guided by customs and conventions, parliamentary customs and conventions. In all of these, Mr. President, this petition cannot stand for 2 reasons. 1, the issues and allegations of sexual harassment are already issued before the court. And 2, because it is defective. The petition is defective and is in violation of Order 40, subsection 4 of our rules. And in view of this, Mr. President, I just want to say that there is no way we can accept this petition. And having said this, Mr. President, may I then most respectfully, since we have said we should go to the next order of the day, may I then respectfully urge our colleagues that we proceed to an executive session.
When he was a minister, that Ajakuta still
Unfortunately, network no let us just play that audio too much. But Prince Francis Chilakasa, I know you can hear me. I don't know if you're there now. So let's go straight and take your reaction to this. So you had Senator Natasha's push. You also hear the way Senator Mongunu use pounce on and say say she no file her petition well because now she follow the signatory to the petition and say now her constituents now supposed sign and say she sign them. And then you saw how the other what do they call it? The other senator from Ekiti State rose up and said that say Natasha when the former governor of Kayode Fayemi be minister for steel, say Natasha be accused am say in sell Ajokuta steel. Meanwhile, he no sell am. Say Ajokuta steel remain now. Say no sell am because it still exists. So say she lies. Say himself they bring a petition against her. Let me take your reaction though before I begin to ask further questions and what this means to the kind of
you see how petty the men in the hallowed chambers are. How petty. You see how bereaved in terms of idea and vision the men in the hallowed chambers are. There's an issue on ground, an issue of sexual harassment. And look at what your senators are saying. They are talking like people who are in a beer parlor. That is how they are talking. What is the relevance of whether she said Fayemi sold Ajokuta to what is on ground? This is how they never look at the budget. This is how they never scrutinize the budget. This is how they never scrutinize any appointment. All they do is the eyes have it and they move on. An example of it. And these are men who call themselves husbands and fathers. And they see nothing wrong in the fact that their daughter is crying and asking for justice. These are the kind of men that when they marry out their daughters, they wash their hands off and say, we have sold you. That is what I get from all of this. And I keep asking, why should the Senate president sit in the Senate as the Senate president when there is a case against him? The Senate president is marking his own register, he's marking his own scripts. You know, he attended WAEC. And after the exam, they gave him his own script to mark. Will he fail himself? So you find out that APC on his own, they're always marking their scripts. It's something in all the members of APC. The ones who have performed, the ones who have not performed, they will tell you that they are the best. They have done the best for this country. I am honestly ashamed. I am ashamed at what the Nigerian men are doing.
Okay, so there was a clash today between the pro-Natasha's supporters and the pro-Akpabio supporters today, before, you know, at Abuja earlier today. And some kind of mini drama happened. But before I go to waiting the Ethics and Privileges Committee can finally talk and how they eventually can handle the matter, they look forward to Barrister Adams joining this conversation so that he will give us some legal perspectives to this conversation. Now, it is very worrisome. It means, say, women, the right to any form of sexual harassment or any form of intimidation, no, they captured for the other books of the Senate. From waiting the senators they talk now, say Natasha no get the right to sign for petition where it say she file against somebody where harass her and intimidate her sexually, she personally, not be her constituents, even though say by chance he also affect her constituents because it stopped her from her legislative duties while he was trying to truncate them based on her narrative or explanation which she make. So it means say the other book or the book where they put them together for inside the Senate, no make any provision for such matter we get to do with either intimidation or sexual harassment. Could that be what it means? And if that is the case, then what does it mean? What do they really do for inside the house? Where they no consider, say, that kind of thing. If you do, maybe, if it be the reason why it makes a person like Itagiwa talk, say, as you fit reach the level of Senate, you're not supposed to complain about sexual harassment anymore for your life.
You know that this APC government has brought in a lot of things into governance. And a lot of us are scared for the kind of things and the kind of rascality that APC government and the members are exhibiting. You saw when we were talking about hunger and bad governance.
Yes.
The hunger and bad governance is not being felt by just few people. It is being felt by all Nigerians. So when the protest started, you saw people who came out and protested against the protesters. That we know they're hungry. We know they feel them. Where are they today? And I asked them, do they have a filling station that is labeled APC? Or do they have any market that is, even when Lagos State Governor or Lagos State government tried to set up markets, how many of it worked?
Yes.
How well were they able to go up with it? So, this whole thing about, counter protest is a mockery of who we are as a people. It's a mockery of who we are. What that implies is that you can do something wrong, you have enough money to throw around, you have people who come out to support you.
Oh, yeah. Are you insinuating that these people may have been induced financially?
Obviously. In this Nigeria of today, where there is hunger and starvation, precious, 5,000 naira will do a lot.
But we could go back, go watch those people. Then we could look whether their body language really shows it in the induced. We could watch them.
I didn't see any wrong in what they are saying. So I don't know much about the detail of what they are saying. I'm just supporting you because my mind led me.
But you don't know much about what they are saying. Do you support Senator Natasha?
I don't even really know the whole story about it.
You don't know the whole story? So why did you come out here today?
Why I came out here is that they said it was wrong to support that he should remain as our senator.
Quickly set up your camera and get this, please. Why are you supporting Senator Akpabio?
Why I'm supporting you?
Yes. Yeah. So you support both of them?
No. I only want to.
Which one? Huh?
Akpabio. Akpabio.
Okay.
But he's a good man.
So you want him to win the position?
Yes.
He's already Senate president.
Prince Francis Chilakas, all right. So you saw the
Precious. When you look at the faces of those women, what do you see? Be honest with yourself. You see deportation. You will see hunger. You will see starvation. You will see people who are in need of even 2,000 naira. This is what the political class has reduced Nigerians to. And that is why this government is bent on taxing people and taxing them and taxing them. So that those who can talk, those who would have something to say in public will be very few. Now, this is your telephone, I don't oppose government. A hungry woman cannot, especially a mother, maybe a woman who has 4 or 5 kids, and she needs to feed her children. And somebody offers her 5,000 to 10,000 naira and say, just come and carry placard. You think they will not do it?
But Prince Francis, so
if your leaders, sorry, hold on. If your leaders were doing the right thing, if your leaders were creating an enabling environment for people to thrive, for businesses to thrive, do you think you will be able to get this kind of women out? If it was when Nigeria was booming, when people go to their farms, when people go to their shops, will you see this kind of woman to bring out? You will not. What you have playing out is nothing but a cluelessness of governance, making life difficult and miserable for the people so that they can take advantage of them.
But I be want to ask here. I know say some people could join this conversation later, share from different countries, because I want to ask whether poor people know the other countries. Why it be say poverty need also lead them to do this kind of thing? Because you remember what Buhari said. That Nigerian youths are lazy. A lot of Nigerians are lazy. I don't believe
and a lot of Nigerians believe that the money that comes from politicians is our national money. Let me collect my own share and move on. That is the mindset. That is why people are finding it difficult to hold their leaders accountable. That is why even in your show, when we tell them that the governors in the Southeast are not performing, they're not giving account of all the billions and trillions they're collecting from the federal revenue. You will see people who come out and tell you they are working. So the only thing in Nigeria is that the government is working when it favors you, regardless of. If 1 billion Nigerians or 1 million Nigerians, 100 million, 200 million Nigerians go hungry, and there are only 5,000 people that are benefiting, as far as they're concerned, everything is working well. I mean, look at what happened in Abuja today, where you are gassing women. Tell me the difference between what is playing out now and what was playing out during the military regime. And then we sit back and we say the military regime is a bad government. But tell me, is it not what is happening? You are denying people the right to protest. You are denying people the right to speak out. Is that not gagging the people and gagging the press? Is that not decree 2?
Do you believe that this is some sort of conspiracy to pull down Akpabio? Because that's what some of his supporters think.
There is no conspiracy. Precious, there is no conspiracy. Akpabio should answer to what he has been accused of. He is not above anybody. Let him come out. Let him defend himself. Let him defend himself like every other person. He's not above anybody. And I don't think that the Senate president has an immunity.
No, he doesn't.
So why is he acting like a god? And I'm disappointed with all the senators. Well, you don't blame them, because I'm sure at the end of the session today, prayers will be sent to their boxes and their emails. Which is the only thing that takes them, which is the only thing that unifies them in the Senate. The prayers that are sent to them. The hunger in the land, the pain in the land, the insecurity in the land does not bother them. So the only thing that bothers them, the only thing that you would do that will affect them is when they don't get prayers sent to their email boxes.
No worry about prayer. It be like say they know they get prayer because all Jews are say that they suffer, say that they work plenty work.
All Jews are should not be talking. All Jews are should not be talking in this country. He should not open his mouth. He's one of those bad leaders in the southeast. 8 years of all Jews are in Abia State. What legacy did he leave? He should learn from Rocha Sokorota, who has kept quiet. All the statues Rocha has built in where are they now? So the likes of all Jews of should not be talking at all. He should not be talking. It's just because we have a weird and a corrupt system. That is why you have the likes of all Jews of in the Senate.
Now, speaking about a corrupt system, what does it mean that a woman is crying of being sexually harassed and intimidated because she refused sexual advancement of the Senate president? And all the men for the Hallowed Chamber, most of them, their body language tilt, even the women, tilt towards supporting the Senate president. And what did it also mean for that man went from Ekiti State to call, remember, say she said, don't accuse somebody before falsely. Does it mean that that's subtly stating that you're not the only one, that's the Senate president, I'm in solidarity with you, not the only you don't commit sin. She said don't commit sin.
Precious. Have you ever gone to the police station with somebody who has gone to report case of rape or sexual harassment?
No.
Maybe you should one of these days. That's assignment I'm giving to you as a journalist. You will be sure that if the case falls in the hand of a police woman, she will dismiss it.
Hey, woman.
Yes. She will tell the person involved, are you the first person? Why did they disturb us? Yes, I'm telling you.
A police officer.
I run a foundation, so I'm not just talking from outside the moon. I'm talking of what I've experienced. If your husband beats you, you go to the station to report your husband. You have no case. The only time you see the police come, they are walking around, say they are doing forensic, they are doing this, is when one person is dead.
So person gets to die before they do something.
Precious, in Nigeria, in the universities, don't you hear students crying that they are being victimized by their lecturers? What happens? I have lecturer friends who will tell you that the lady that is reporting you has bought market for herself. Because you are reporting one lecturer to another lecturer, then go carry your matter table and sit down and discuss it.
Thank you. Make we quickly visit River State case because I would like some people to join us. I mean, for Nigerians to join us on this conversation, to come into the studio, especially Nigerians in the diaspora. May them tell us as the take happen for their part of the world. If now where they live, how this Akpabio and Natasha matter for take day because
if now where they live, the Senate president would have excused himself for proper investigation.
So this one, I know if he excuse himself.
You see,
so
when what's his name, the former British Prime Minister, during the COVID, I remember his name now. Yes, you remember that why he was impeached or why he stepped aside was because there was COVID, there was lockdown, and he was having a party.
Boris Johnson.
And
I excuse himself. Can
that happen in Nigeria? The day that will happen in Nigeria, that is the day Nigeria will become great.
Hey, but why? What's in they give our leaders the temerity, the audacity, Oh, the Obi Akpoti, they behave this way, they behave.
What did they give them is because they pay you and I and others to get into that place. So when you collect that cup of rice, 2 balls of onions, 2 pieces of Maggi cubes, 5,000 naira, you have sold your conscience and mortgaged your life to them.
Something you may not eat for more than 3 days.
Good. And if you look at me sometimes, if Purge can't enter the matter, now you say, well, I don't do. So our leaders, we don't have leaders in this country. What we have are rulers.
Okay.
The leaders you have today, they're exhibiting the same mindset of the people who sold our people into slavery. They sold their own people into slavery and they're blaming the white man. Who were those referred to as Kotima? Are they not Nigerians? Who were the ones flogging the slaves and leading them, tying them rope and all of that? Are they not Nigerians? Our mindset has not changed from slave and master relationship.
All right, so let's quickly, I know that some people may be worried to know exactly how Natasha's case panned out today. So at the end of the day, after all that drama where I played earlier, if you know watch them before, you will go back, go watch them. The case Conde forwarded to the Ethics and Privileges Committee, of course, made them look into. And this now waiting the chairman of the Ethics and Privileges Committee gets to talk about the case. You don't even let the case to even near first.
The petition, the petition she presented today is actually dead on arrival. And I say that because it runs contrary to Order 40, subsection 4, that a senator, no senator may present to the Senate a petition signed by him or herself. And that petition, having been signed by her, will not be entertained by this committee.
You hear him? So because of say, now what it make me ask that question again? Our barrister, see madam, so it be like Senator, no let them join us. So it is important. Maybe on Friday, when I go get the trial of you, Barrister Sim, and I can will go revisit this case again, because it is important to understand some legal perspectives. So what it can be, what it go be protect somebody for inside the Senate against harassment and such intimidation. If this matter, they no suppose attend to them because of say, she follow sign the matter. But let's watch and see how, you know, what will play out at the end of the day. But make we enter inside River State. As Ibi say, for inside River State, I will go start with Asari Dokubo talk. Some kind of news where they filter in, carry and say for River State, the 27 lawmakers loyal to Martin Amehula, don't they demand the sack of all commissioners under Governor Sim Fubara government within 48 hours. And they ask for the governor to submit a new list of nominees for commissioner appointments within 48 hours. I don't know how true this is yet. I'm yet to ascertain this. But were this to be true, please, what does it mean?
You see, I said something yesterday on another channel, and I'm saying it again. I said, these 27 senators, these 27 honorable members, they will be committing political suicide if all they have at the back of their mind is to embarrass the governor. I am saying it and I'm saying it. They should not allow River State to become like Imo State. They should not allow this sit at home that we're observing in Imo State, in the entire Southeast, to enter River State. They should not allow their self-greedy nature to override the sense of rendering service to the people. I'm saying it, and I know that, you know, a lot of people are saying it. So they need to do a lot. They need to work together with the governor to move the state forward. They shouldn't forget also that there's a case in court which is talking about whether they are qualified to remain as honorable members. They should not rejoice too soon. Unfortunately, they are counting the eggs before it is hatched. They forget that crooks are out there. Some bad environment is out there. They need to be very careful. They need to tread softly. What played out in Lagos may not play out in Port Harcourt.
Okay. So now speaking about the lawmakers, you know, say some people they talk, say they try act quick so that they go don't fulfill what they want fulfill before it go reach time where BC court go hear their own case. Remember, say that case don't they court for a while now and the court never hear the matter yet. So do you think that what they're doing is just acting expeditiously? By the way, the governor of Rivers State, through the secretary to the state government, they deny, say they never see that 48 hours ultimatum we didn't give them to use represent budget before them. Say that for the streets of social media, they see them. So by right, they're supposed to give them or serve them officially before they go feel respond to officially. But say for now, they never serve them officially. So they don't get any official response to give to them. I go like take your reaction to that before we go to other matter we still get to do with these lawmakers them. And especially as INEC don't put 9th of August as the new local government election for inside the state.
If let me say this, if these 27 honorable members believe that they are so popular in Rivers State, if they believe that they are the darlings of the Rivers people, they should go and contest an election. They should beat their chest and say, we have decamped we have left PDP. Let our seats be declared vacant. Let us go into the trenches and contest the election. That's all I'll say to them.
Okay. So the INEC has now fixed, or the RISIAC in River State has now fixed August 9 as the next election in River State. What's in Ibise will go fit expect for inside this election again, considering all of this wahala where Ibise they go on for inside River State?
No matter the wahala you have in the state, a sitting governor will win all the local governments. No matter the might of the federal government in a state, when it has to do with local government, the sitting governor will win all the elections.
But this House of Assembly members don't also order the RISIAC chairman now make it come before them within 48 hours, sharp. Make it come answer them why it go conduct that kind of election.
They are seeking relevance.
They
are seeking relevance, and they're going about it the wrong way. Rather than draw the people closer, rather than show the people that, oh, sorry, these few days with all this thing where we have your interests at heart, they are creating more problem for themselves. I'm telling you the truth. If they believe that they are popular, let them go and contest an election now. Let them go and deliver their local governments each. That's why we know that they are that yes, they have what it takes. Let them go and deliver their local governments. That is simple. ABCD. That is how you know somebody who is politically strong, a heavyweight. If they are heavyweights, let them go and behave like Obasa now. Obasa don't teach people lesson. Power pass power. That is what has played out. They got surprised, say, somewhere along the line, their power will fail them all. You see what's happening in Anambra now? All the Eze and Dibia, they have disappeared. The ones in Gadrum, the governor has given them a leeway, say, disappear. You have no case. How many of them have disappeared? How many?
I don't know where Barrister Adams there, which they could join us, because that story has now been confirmed as the Martin Amehule led faction for River State. Don't sack all I think there's a whole back from your end. They don't sack all the commissioners from inside the state and all political appointees. Say the governor must reappoint commissioners. We'll go pass through their own screening before they go fit sit down for office. I don't know how legal this is, but if this is what it is, please, what do we see playing out in River State in the next couple of days?
I've told you, guys, not that River State is going to turn into a war zone. Because the question everybody should be asking now is, it is obvious that they have candidates that they want to be made commissioners.
Remember,
but the governor has the right to choose who he wants to work with him. The fact that they go through the State House of Assembly does not make them superior to the governor. And as it stands, they too cannot appoint anybody for the governor. All they can do is to reject, but they cannot appoint for the governor. So this whole, like I keep saying, they must avoid a situation where you have anarchy and breakdown of law in Rivers State, so that a state of emergency is not declared in Rivers.
Do you not think that is what they may be looking for? Because some people they talk say they find waiting go cause trouble, so that they go declare state of emergency.
If a state of emergency,
so that power go come out the governor hands.
If a state of emergency is declared in Rivers, how will they operate as a state house of assembly? They will not. So it is not like state of emergency will only affect the governor. It will affect them as well.
But do you not think that it is anything but Fubara? Anything but Fubara at this point? Do you not think that may be the game? Anything to make sure
I want to believe that Fubara is a smart man, and he will follow them like a smart man. The problem, you know, when you have ships, they have one leader. If that leader falls into the ditch, the whole of them will go follow him. That's what's happening in River State. All the State House of Assembly members, they are following Amahelu as if he's their God. They are no longer thinking on their own.
Amehule.
They are not thinking on their own. They are following him. He is the shepherd leading the sheep. He's the one-eyed man leading the entire blind men. And they're all following him sheepishly. Let them go ask Obasa.
Okay, so you know, so you've been talking, say what he did for River State. If we see this thing continue like this, Wahala go to River State. Speaking about Wahala, Asari Dokubo come out today, come talk, and he threatened make we even go hear some of those in threat and waiting be the meaning of this threat, and they will go chronicle waiting make in the begin like this for inside this matter.
But if I don't advise you, I stake my life, I stake everything. I stake my businesses, my source of livelihood for you to become president. And if I am unable to tell you the truth, if you are in your government, I have to stake everything for telling you the truth. I have started doing it now. I am staking everything to tell you the truth. It is left for you to hear, but the result you will see. I did not see Wike until my friends, my associates feel that, oh, there's a need, let us go and see Wike, and we went. And since that day I left, I have never gone there. Even when I'm supposed to call him, I didn't call Wike. I'm saying it live. He's there. I didn't call him. I don't have any personal problem with Wike. I don't have any personal problem with him. I hardly have personal problem with people. I say my mind. If you don't like it, okay. President, let me tell you, if you allow Wike to push this, as he's doing, it will be very difficult for him to even come to Rivers State. It will be difficult for those his 27 House of Assembly members to even have a place to stay in Rivers State. It will be difficult for anybody if they think that they are going to impeach him and the job people will allow it. It will be difficult to impeach him. Mark this word I'm telling you. God knows. Nobody. It will be difficult to impeach him and bring a governor. It's not going to be possible. Go and ask in Ondo State. Go and ask in Delta State. The fury of the job people. They don't give a damn. They are hardly afraid of. I'm telling you the truth. The earlier you hear this, you accept it. Call wicked. Call wicked, call sane. Let them maintain the status quo. That is the only way. If they don't, Alamesia impeachment was Ijo. So don't, the person who succeeded Alamesia was Ijo. Goodluck Jonathan. He became vice president and became president. So it is not Alamesia's matter. Try this one and see what will happen. Try this one and see what will happen. A word is enough for the wise.
Hey! It don't be low, it shake quite well. So our Prince Francis Chilakasa, can you hear me? All right. Apologies that I'm not letting you cheat enough. So please, how do we treat this Asari Dokubos issue? Now, laying a background to what he said. Some people, in fact, this case between Senator Fubara and what's his name, Wike, is becoming more like an ethnic war, or is building ethnic tension in Rivers State. Because if you look at some things that don't happen in the past for Rivers State, you go no say when Ibi say Ojozokalo, I say Ojozokalo, when Ibi say for this present democracy we would inside, Peter Odili first enter government. Peter Odili, suppose from mainland, even though say inside they a bit riverine, but he almost did like mainland, main upland, as it were, because I'm from Ndoni, you understand? They share a boundary with Ebema in Imo State, you understand? Now, the next person we took over after that, Chibike Amechi, that is after Omehia, the ousting of Omehia, Chibike Amechi. Chibike Amechi is from Ikwiri, and that is also upland. And that was why Amechi insisted to make sure that the Dakuku Peter side, who is also the same, from the same place where Seminolai Fubara is from, who is an Izoman, takes over. But when it did not work, you know how Wike toppled that plan and got into office. Meaning that an Ikwere man ruled for 16 years, from 2007 to 2023. You understand? Which is the longest any ethnic group has ruled in Rivers State. Some Ikwere people are saying, oh, because na them be the dominating ethnic group for inside Rivers State, so it did okay. Now, if they comot Sim Fubara, likely na this speaker now will be Amehule. Now if he be the next governor of Rivers State. And how possible that be? Because Amehule na still Ikwere man. So this is the reason why it's looking like it's a bit of an, it's beginning to look like some ethnic war silently in Rivers State. And that's why people like waiting be named Asari Dokubo will be also an Ijoman, because he's from Calabari, they raise this issue when they raise. I would like to get your response.
Let me start this issue from what has played out in Lagos. Lagos State has set a new tempo in our evolving democratic system. Lagos State has set a very bad precedent for our democracy. And unfortunately, the man who has claimed to be the arrowhead of democracy, the man who has claimed to be the founder of democracy in Nigeria, who is now at the head of affairs, is not showcasing those tenets and principles of democracy. If 37 members came together and impeached a speaker, and one man using a clandestine body known as GSC returns an impeached speaker, and those who sang on your mandate, Madam Speaker, we stand, could not withhold that singing they sang. Now they will be forced to sing on your mandate, Obasa, we stand.
So
I
they
wonder
swallow
where
their
their
own
shame
vomit.
is.
So they've swallowed
I
their own
wonder
vomit.
what
Now,
kind
this
of
is the type
dogs they are. Because it's only a dog that goes back to his vomit.
Yeah, ma.
Now, taking it to Rivers State, we're going to have the same situation, or the thing
Your audio, I think you don't
possible.
have your audio. Okay, go ahead.
It's not going to be possible because Mr. President himself is beginning to tread softly. People are no longer seeing that democracy. People are no longer seeing him as a Democrat. People are beginning to see him as an authoritarian, a dictator. And what has happened in Lagos State House of Assembly is exactly what Wike wants to replicate in Rivers State.
How?
And I ask this question. In all of this jamboree that they're playing out, how does it add value to the lives of the people of Rivers State?
Because now they suffer.
Exactly. Amahule and his group right now are showcasing themselves to these people as those who are stunting the growth of Rivers State. How do they want to look into the eyes of the Rivers people to contest another election?
They go contest now. You don't forget they say that they count. You don't forget they say that they count results. You get what they did?
No problem.
In fact,
even as they counter, people are waiting for them.
But you know, I don't hear somebody even talk and say, with this weekend, will matter. Say, Sin no go fit dare and to contest for 2027. Say, because say now from Abuja, they go send the results come for Rivers State. And any result, they tell INEC to announce. INEC go announce them. May then go court. If you go court,
you see, I keep saying it that the only thing that has kept Nigeria from state of anarchy and violence is the patience of the Nigerian people. What is playing out in Nigeria cannot play out in most African countries today. It cannot. It is the resilience of the people that is still holding this country together. Yet the political class, all they want is to push this country into anarchy. Whether they like it or not, you cannot take, what Asari Tokubo has said lightly. You cannot. And I keep saying, Precious, and I keep saying, the Rivers people, the political gladiators in Rivers State, should not allow Rivers to turn into Imo State, a land where unknown gunmen are in control. It will be disastrous. I don't know why our politicians don't learn. They haven't learned from what happened to Shagari regime. They are not learning. That's why they say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. That is what is playing out in Rivers State. All
right. So this power tussle now, this back and forth where they go on now, this ultimatum where they don't give her now, make it sack all commissioners, all appointed officials, reappoint new ones, and all of those. How you see this matter ending? Now they're supposed to dictate to they are a separate arm of government. Are they supposed to dictate to the executive who the executive will use to doing doing work?
You know, the thing is that they are forgetting that even if they enact a law, they cannot implement the law on their own. The law will also be sent to the executive to implement. And the executive may decide to sit on that law till that their tenure ends. There is nothing they can do about it. That is what they don't understand. There is division of labor. So for them to ask the governor to sack his commissioners is totally unacceptable. Yes, it is unacceptable. In other words, they are turning themselves into monsters and dictators to the governor. They want to be the one dictating to the governor what to do. And they forget that the governor is the chief security officer of the state. The governor he can do and undo. They don't have immunity. The governor has immunity. If you want to know how strong the immunity of a governor is, go and find out what happened between EFCC and Yahaya Bello and the governor. All the while they were looking for Yahaya Bello up and down. The governor will hold him by his hand and come to EFCC. EFCC will do as if they didn't see him. Don't forget what Jonathan said. That if he uses 20%
of his powers,
of the power he has as a president, a lot of it will come out and there. The governor also have the same powers. As they are doing their own, if the governor begin to do his own, the state will boil.
Hell, God no go agree. So let's, you're speaking about election and powers. Olajide Adediran, where they popularly called Jandor, it claims say if on win someone look for the 2023 election, say nothing for make no win someone look for that election. Say that just the Peter will be tsunami and Peter will be effect. Say that which is spoil game for a pata. Say you don't come out now for inside PDP where he be follow contest. He said he talked this one earlier today when he be say they talk. He say in fact. He say, na the Peter Obi tsunami will make people come gather well behind the Labour Party candidates. Now, waiting come make and lose that election. We be say lose to Sonwolu. Do you agree with him?
We can't deny the fact that Peter Obi shook this nation in the elections. Peter Obi became a force. Don't forget, when the whole thing started, they said 3 or 4 people tweeting in a room.
Yes, sir.
And before you know it, the 3 or 4 people turned into a crowd. He had just said the truth. Whether he would have won, that I cannot say. But the fact that, yes, Peter Obi shook this country.
Hello and welcome to Market Square.
A lot of people went for their voters card. A lot of people got involved politically because of Peter Obi. And that is the truth. So, Jando has just said the truth. There is nothing anybody can say that is far from that. After all, some of those who are here are not decamping from the from the Senate and from the House of Rep, who were originally in Labour Party, most of them didn't spend money. They didn't campaign.
So do you believe that Jandor would have won Sanwo-Olu in the governorship election?
I said whether he would have won Sanwo-Olu, is something I don't want to talk about. But all I'm going to say is that if they did not do what they did in Lagos, Rose Vival would have won the election. Yes. And they knew. That is why Oro, that does not come out during the daytime, was brought out. They desecrated the tradition. That is why you had area boys armed with knife, sticks, going about harassing voters. Because they knew that Sanwo-Olu was losing the election if it was free and fair. And Jandor wouldn't have won that election. Labour Party would have won the election, period.
Now, speaking about the gimmicks and all this game will happen now, which lesson it is Nigerians and Lagosians supposed to learn from this so that what's happen for 2023 will happen again? Because obviously now this tsunami, the ruling party go they wait for this kind of tsunami again. You think say Peter Obi go fit still get the same tsunami effect we be saying get for 2023? You go get them again come 2027.
Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are angry. They are hungry for good leadership.
Are they hungry enough?
Nigerians are hungry for a system that works. Nigerians are hungry for leaders that will be accountable to them, responsible to them, empathic to them. If you have an election tomorrow in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not win that election. Yes.
But in get federal might to remember.
You say?
In get federal might and I hold the power.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's not about holding the power. It's about the sovereignty of the people. Power belongs to the people. And that is the consciousness we are awakening in the Nigerian people. If the Nigerian people become so conscious to know that power belongs to them, I am telling you, we will have good leaders that will take us to El Dorado.
But do you think Nigerians are ready to stand and fight to get that? Because that's the essence of this talk we talk every day.
Until we get to that bridge, we'll decide how to cross it. But I can tell you, right now, Nigerians are beaten. Nigerians are tired. How many people have you been seeing shouting, Emiloko, Emiloko? Nobody. How many people do you see wearing Emiloko cap? How many people do you see carrying broom? Because even the broom now cannot sweep anymore.
Hell. Okay.
So what Nigerians are waiting for right now is to know where Peter Obi is headed. And anybody or any group of people that believe that they want to move this country forward, like Peter Obi has said, it's not just about coming together to wrestle power from APC without having a vision and a mission. No. Anybody that believes in the structure called Nigeria, anybody with patriotism running through his blood should know that Peter Obi is a candidate to support.
No, so, you know, still speaking about Lagos State, there was a bit of panic today among staff members when the acting clerk of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mr. I think Otun Babatunde, was rushed to the hospital shortly after returning from the Department of State Services, DSS, where he had been invited for questioning over, waiting they happen for inside the house. Mr. Babatunde, who had been displaced from his role, reportedly complained of dizziness after honoring the DSS invitation for a petition of alleged incitement filed against him by the former and suspended clerk, Olaleko Onafeko. So as the man come back now, so he feel dizzy, and so he almost faints. Now they rush him. So right now, the House of Assembly members, they don't face say, hey, what's in the happen for inside Lagos State? Wait, be a person will go answer DSS, come back. They don't they won't fall down. What is going on? How you see this Lagos State matter ending?
You know, Nigerians were people full of superstitious beliefs.
Now, what to make me they say the
and it is that superstitious belief that is the pain of our problem. Who knows? Maybe the man have an underlying illness. It's possible. We're not looking. We should be looking at that rather than start thinking of superstitious things. They don't jazz up. They don't do and this. Maybe the questions the man that they asked the man were questions he didn't know how to answer. So for me, I just believe that the problem of Lagos State House of Assembly seems to have been solved, or rather, it has solved itself.
So this one is solving like this, so
it don't solve itself. Mudashiru is back, and I know that this weekend, if things go the way he has planned, Ali Moshe and Agege, they are going to celebrate.
Just like that.
Yes. So he's back. Even they talk about him resigning. I thought they said after he has been sworn in, the next day he will resign. The guy not resign anything. He don't come back. So those who were singing, on your mandate we shall start, Madam Speaker, they have no choice than to swallow that thing they sang and begin to sing, on your mandate we shall start Obasa.
Hell. Okay.
It's going to happen.
All right, so let's move quickly because I had to let Nigerians jumping on the conversation. For those who would want to join us on the live to add their thoughts and reactions on these issues that we've raised tonight. Just before we go, your friend, the Minister for Power, gets good news for us. Congratulations. For the first time, Nigeria power supply don't reach 5,801 megawatts. Daisy. So finally, we don't reach 5,801 megawatts of electricity supply. And as we come to reach that one, it be like say more tax come there ahead. As the minister will reach like that now, the Minister for Power, we in Chief Adebayo Adelabu, he come the talk, say this tariff regulation, this one when they increase NEPA bill, make a call like that because I also understand them as to be. Say it go make sure say it go increase more power generation so that Nigeria power supply, electricity supply, go reach like 7,000 megawatts, adding at least additional almost 2,000 megawatts or 1.2 more megawatt, 1,200 megawatts additional on top of that. So people now come to talk, say no vex. So remember say they go so increase band B and C tariff. People can say no vex so for this electricity now. South Africa, the whole of their airports, they use 10,000 megawatts. South Africa. The entire South Africa, about 50,000 megawatts of electricity they use. South Africa population no reach Nigeria own. Nigeria, as we big rich like this, would they celebrate? Say we don't finally achieve 5,800 megawatts of electricity. We're not supposed to serve a over 200 million population effectively. So now when some people they get more light past others, I beg, not be robbing Peter to pay Paul for this band A and Z. Where would they get inside electricity?
The problem of Nigeria is that we take square pegs and put in round holes. We keep doing the same thing over and over and we want different result. It doesn't work out. Don't forget that when this your minister came up with ban, the excuse he gave to Nigerians was that by the time they banned everybody, they will increase electricity generation and make it available. As we are doing this program, we've not had light for the whole day.
Hey, no light.
Yes.
I mean inverter they use too.
I'm using my generator.
And I'm using inverter. It's unfortunate.
And so many people are doing the same thing.
We suppose to our own minister.
Everybody in Nigeria. See, Nigeria is a country where you generate your own light, you produce your own water, you arrange your own drugs because people no longer go to hospitals because the drugs are too expensive. So people are now using natural herbs. They manufacture it on their own. So this is the kind of country we are in. So for him to not tell us that they need to increase the tariff in order to achieve, it simply shows you that your minister does not know what he's doing. But what do we say? We have a country where every parastatal, every ministry has become revenue generating. Just so that the government can share money among the governors who are not productive in their states.
So, but what's in this one mean now? Because remember, as this government come into power, electricity electricity tariff increased by 330%. And fuel increased by gazillion percent, because you know if you remember how many percent when the fuel increase reach again. And almost everything, cost of living don't they astronomically high. All these things they increase. But you know, survival for people don't they very, very slim. In fact, just recently, even after the back and forth they do say they need to pay subsidy again. No, they can't finally agree and say they go pay 7 point something trillion naira for shortfalls to NNPC, aka subsidy. You know, so with all of this really happen, wouldn't be the right thing where government supposed to do to use help Nigerians manage? Even as government, they say, manager, make on a cool down, na painful baby steps. Well, how can people, what are the right steps that an ideal government, a government will get their people for mind supposed to do to help them cushion the effect of all of these policies where they slap back and front for Nigerians?
The government is not interested in you and I. The government is only interested in the revenue they are generating. And that is a big problem. The Nigerian people do not matter to this government. The only thing that matters to this government is tax the people, generate revenue. So no matter what you say, and you know, it's for me, these days I'm finding it very, very funny that all the civil societies have gone to bed. The union leaders are waking up and, you know, saying all the jargons they want to say with little or no action. So it's like we're in a country where everybody has been jazzed. They can bring them to the local palate.
Hey,
they don't jazz everybody.
They don't blow us breeze like this.
They don't, yes, no. It is sad. It is really, really sad. Precious, you need to go out there. I keep saying it. When you go out there, you find out that people are hungry. People cannot pay medical bills. Insecurity in the land is beyond what you can think of. I was robbed yesterday night.
Oh my,
in traffic.
I'm so sorry.
Along Oshodi. Between Oshodi and Anthony. Oshodi and Anthony. In the evening, in the night. If Nigeria was a country that was working, is it not when you have traffic gridlock like that, that you push out the policemen, push out the last man men to be on the street to protect the people?
Did they
That's
steal
the ideal
from you?
thing to do.
Did they steal from you, sir?
They took my phone.
My goodness, I'm
And
sorry.
I was lucky because some other people said that ordinarily what they do is they first of all stab you or something before they take what they want to take.
But they didn't do that.
No, they didn't do that.
Sorry about that.
So we need to understand that, you know, things are not working in this country. Things are not working. The government needs to sit up to the responsibility of caring for the people, not taxing and taxing and taxing the people. So I don't really know, you know, I don't know what the Minister for Power really wants. Maybe at the end of the day, you don't forget that these 5, what do you call it that we're on now? 5 kilowatts?
5,800 megawatts. No, you know, we'll give us kilowatts too. 5,800 megawatts. Now we don't reach.
Yeah.
We don't grow.
Since Obasanjo's regime, we have not crossed that 5,000. The highest we got was 6,000 and we came back. Immediately you try to get to 6,000, the national grid will collapse. Because there are no infrastructures.
Yes. So remember that this also said that the reason why the Gencos, which are the generating companies, are saying that we can produce enough, but the problem with production is that there is no, say, the transmission, the facilities that you use to transmit them are moribund. So they don't.
When they sold PHN, I mean, when they sold NEPA to PCA, I mean PHCN, to Discos and Dencos and Gencos and Mancos, what did the people bring to the table? We're talking of power. Nobody's talking about our national career. Nobody's talking about national career. That one man, Hadika, said he scammed Sirika, scammed 2 million Nigerians.
So
nobody's talking about it. Nobody is talking about it. Nigeria is the only country where people steal money in billions, and they will sit on top of it and tell the government, oh yeah, hold on, I took 50 billion, but I can give you people 5 billion. And you'll be begging the man. And when the man sneezes, the government will catch cold. Because the institutions we have in Nigeria does not punish big thieves. We only punish small thieves. A thief yam, a thief cocoyam, a thief egg, a thief chicken. Those who are stealing in billions, nothing is happening to them. By the time this minister will finish, this minister, you have power. By the time you will finish, and you now hear how much you stole, you will run away. So
right,
that is it.
Okay. All right.
Lack of accountability.
So what do we
is
do?
Is the pain of our problem.
So what do we do to ensure we keep them accountable?
What we do is that Nigerians should stop collecting money during elections. They should stop collecting rice. They should stop collecting tin tomatoes and onions. Vote credible people. Stop mortgaging yourselves and selling your conscience. That is the only solution to all the madness in this country. Nigerians must vote people based on integrity, not based on how much cups of rice or how much cash you're giving to me. It is very, very important.
All right. Okay. So I just like to let you know that Kayode Fayemi has now responded to the allegation against Natasha Akpoti by his senator, the senator representing his state, or one of the senators. That senator, Senator Cyril Fasui, that Natasha had never, ever at any time accused him of sexual harassment or anything.
Leave these your senators alone. These are dishonorable men.
Sorry, sir.
These are ugly men.
Sorry, sir.
These Nigerians are better than them. Look at how the senators are disgracing themselves. A whole senator, a woman is talking of the fact that she has been molested sexually, she has been abused sexually, and you're talking of somebody said they saw that Jakuta steal. I don't tell you, Precious, I don't tell you. This behavior of your senators is why they are unable to scrutinize the budget. All they know how to do is to pack the budget, add to it, and submit back.
All right. Okay, no vex, sir. No vex. Nigerians, let's let you join the conversation. Kindly click on the link on the pinned post. It will bring you straight to the studio. And if you do not want to be seen live on air, you can, mute your video and just use your voice and speak to us, So when you click on the link, join the studio. If you don't want to make your face they seen, you could just mute your video and only your voice now will go here. If you talk to us finish, you come out, another person come talk to us, so that we will continue to take on our thoughts and our reactions for the conversation we get tonight. Just so you know, make a carry on and waka enter inside some things we don't talk about this night. I for defeat Sanwo-Olu, for Olule, for big time, for give her hands down for inside the 2023 governorship election. If to say no be P2B tsunami, who said this and to who? Jandor. I talk this on for Inside Television. Jandor, now the People's Democratic Party PDP governorship candidate for Rivers State, for Lagos State for inside the 2023 election. Lagos Assembly con the panico as acting clerk. They hospitalized after he go answer DSS finish, con return. Con they say I return. Next thing, they rush and go hospital. Tariff increase go push available generation to 7,000 megawatts. Now so minister talk. Your Ogbonge minister for power will be Oga Adebayo Adelebu. So you talk say right now we're supposed to celebrate because Nigerian power supply don't reach 5,800 megawatts. We have done what nobody could do. Okay, so Senate, I tell you earlier, I said they don't throw away Natasha sexual harassment petitions. They made it go deep for corner. Plus, including say Natasha. Fayemi also responds saying Natasha never ever accused me before of sexual harassment or any form of accusation. This one because of waiting in the senator way, one Senator Cyril, where they represent Ekiti State, talk about Natasha. Say she herself been done, some accused on top of Fayemi say he sell Ajukuta still, but say no sell Ajukuta still. All right. In fact, as a matter of fact, Senator Natasha even shunned the Senate probe said because she said she needed to do because she knows they no go do anything about them. And really, they just threw it away. They said they didn't throw it away that she did not, or that the Senate president did not harass her sexually. They threw it away that is a constituent that should sign and not her. So because she did not get signatory from her constituent, so now we make them throw away the matter. Say she no follow the proper way where they use do things for house. According to their order book, say order 40, the way she used present the petition day against their order 40. Meanwhile, Akpabio can say I didn't harass any woman for my whole life. I never harassed any woman before. After they talk this for my whole life, now I call the hungry me make her go play with him. Joy Nuni been talk about him that year because Joy Nuni talk say say he go just do anyhow. Come on, say no, say she be Port Harcourt girl. I could go watch him again. No could know whether now our ancestors nine she been the talk say harass her sexually. I mean,
why
go watch him again.
Why did you slap?
Ogoni woman, the only Nigerian woman that has slapped his face.
Why did you slap him? Why did you slap him?
He slapped him because of his plan B. He thought that he could, since he couldn't get me to take that money, he thought that plan B, if it could come up on me, he didn't know that I'm a Port Harcourt girl. Port Harcourt girls are not moved by money, by somebody telling me that you make me a substantive MD. The Port Harcourt girls are
Can we clarify this? Because we can't gloss over a slap. What is the plan B? He came up on you. What exactly does that mean?
We were having a meeting. Akpabio's meeting with me is either in Apple or at Meridian or whatever. Those are his meetings. I slapped him.
Well, Joy, are you accusing Senator Akpabio of attempted rape? Is that the point you are making? Or sexual harassment?
Harassment sounds better, not rape.
Okay, so you are accusing him expressly of sexual harassment?
Yes, I am accusing him.
Aha. So you heard that. Okay. So by the way, as if that matter is not enough, I'm sure that Prince Francis Chilaka saw that. Now, as he saying never ever harassed any woman for a whole life, because when this woman raised this matter too, he said quite a lot. Whatever happened to her 4 husbands, they should go and ask her that he's not had any problem with her. Well, the Senate president said that I should tell you people that he has never harassed any woman in his entire life since his mama and papa born now. He never harassed any woman before. And then confusion can't rock the Senate today over rules and order in handling Natasha's petition. Because some people say, no, order, you cannot do it this way. You're contravening order 10 of the Constitution. They go against this order of the order book for inside the Senate, so you know go fit. At the end of the day, the committee wouldn't carry the thing, go keep, they don't throw away the matter, say she actually failed the order, which she used file. Even though some people, they make her look like, Senator, she not even sabi the order there for inside house. She not even sabi rule. What is she the Senate? That means she be senator without studying the rule and order of the house. That's now another matter too. Rivers State local government election, they don't schedule up for August 9. That matter still day grand. As EB say, Rivers Speaker don't demand sack of all Fubara's commissioners. Say make all of them Abaton, all commissioners, all appointed members, Abaton, say they don't want them again. Well, you can join the conversation. You can join the conversation. Kindly click on the link on the pinned post. You see that link there, click on it to bring you straight to the studio. If you don't want to join us with your face, just turn off your video and only your voice will be heard. Prince Francis Chilakasa, you see the matter where BC happen. I bet no, is that Joy Nunie, that Ogoni woman. I've been once my fellow Port Harcourt girl. I don't forget I know a Port Harcourt girl again. That Joy Nunie where BC talk, I beg. I go take reactor to that because if you say your Senate president say never harassed anybody for your whole life before.
You know, your Senate president forgets a lot and he jokes a lot. He says everything. Wait, calm down.
Sorry, sir.
It's the third person who said that everything he has said, he didn't say it the way it should be said, or he didn't mean it the way Nigerians mean it. So if he's telling you he has never harassed any woman in his life, he forgot about her matter. Don't forget that even when that time when the lady accused him, he said that the lady had mental problem. In other words, now the mental problem now made the lady slap him. So, you see, this whole thing about the Senate president, right from day one, the National Assembly got it wrong when they put Akpabio as their Senate president. You don't take power to a man who is sleeping in his house. You don't do that. Every one of us in Nigeria, we know how he became a Senate president. We also know how he got into the National Assembly. To a point where Rochas asked him, say, you and Lawan, make gonna come teach me. So these people who are meant to uphold democracy are actually the ones trying so hard to bury democracy out of greed and out of selfishness. So if your Senate president say never abuse woman, but they can go Okija shrine, they go swear.
Why Okija shrine of 4 shrines?
Now there the beggar happen. Now be that they carry Ngigego. Men go Okija shrine go swear now. Or men they go look for deity for Bible. One of those are strong deity may take swear.
Okay. All right. Let me just quickly stepping on this very quickly. So news making the round this evening has it that the Coalition of Southeast Youth Leaders, COSEL, has issued a 48-hour ultimatum for Fulani herdsmen residing in Enugu State to vacate the land. Now, the coalition, in a statement issued on Wednesday today by the President General, Goodluck Ibim, expressed concerns over alleged killings and rapes by suspected Fulani herdsmen in Eha Amorfo, Isios or local government area of the state. Ibim described the activities of the alleged herdsmen as wicked, nefarious, and satanic, saying the coalition condemns it in its entirety. Yesterday, some women from Enugu State had protested attacks of Fulani herdsmen to their people, or on the people of Enugu State. As a matter of fact, those women said that just within the last 4 to 5 years, between 2000 and early this 2025, about 150 people have been killed by Fulani herdsmen. And about 28 farm settlements have been displaced totally from the activities of the herdsmen. And most of them, they complain, say, wait, we know they share boundary with Fulani people. Why are we suffering from this issue? So do you think that this ultimatum that the youth of this community, where they don't give now, you go hold any water, they go respond to them?
Honestly speaking, I do not know why Fulani herdsmen have decided a bad name. I don't know why. And I don't know why those who own these cows, the original owners of the cows that are causing all this menace, why they are not taking steps to build ranches for their cows. They should be able to rent a land, lease a land or buy a land and build ranches. It will solve this whole problem. We expect that by now the National Assembly would have put a law in place outlawing cows roaming around everywhere.
Wike tried it and people were against him.
Who were the people?
People were, you know, the people. They were against him.
You know, so we need to do, this country can only move forward if we have institutions that work, if we have laws that are not one-sided, but laws that protect everybody in Nigeria. Do you know what it will look like if all these people, my Igbo brothers who sell spare parts, decides to bring out their spare part on the road, or decides that, okay, because we need to sell spare parts, we must damage cars that we find walking on the road. There will be chaos. There will be anarchy. There will be disorder. But no, what they have decided is they have rented shops. So what stops those who own these cows from building ranches? Because the people, these herdsmen that are carrying the cows around, they don't own these cows. They don't. So the top shots who own these cows, they are the problem of this country. It is these same owners of cows that have infiltrated the whole country with all these killer headsmen. When I was growing up, headsmen who carry cows around, they carry sticks with them. Not AK-47.
So who give these ones gone? Remember, say
somebody I believe that the person that if we arrest the owners of these cows, the real original owners of the cows, we will know who gives them gun.
So, Prince Francis, remember, say the person will be don't confess some time ago for the early stage of Buhari regime. Say them, say na them, say it did people for government we carry gun, give them, made it operate. Remember, so say one headsman like that been don't confess back in the days. So why?
What happened to that? What happened to those? Not only that, what happened to those confessions? The government turns a blind ear to it. And because the government turned blind eyes, that's why you have insurgents.
All right. Thank you.
Insurgents and kidnapping has become a major business in Nigeria.
All right. Thank you. All right, so Nigerians, you can jump in on the conversation. Kindly click on the link on the pinned post and the link will bring you straight into the studio so you could join us for the studio. And in case you don't want to make your face this scene for the studio, you could just block your video so that only your voice will be heard. And but if you want your face to show, of course, feel free to make sure say your face is shown. Just click on the link on the pinned post. For the post will be say pin, for the comment section. Check the comment section. That post where they pinned for up there, and where you be saying at the admin pin and there, and just click on the link where they by that post, and it will carry your account enter inside the studio. But I can take some of your messages very quickly. Waris Jinado says she needs to launch her Me Too messages and act as a pioneer and champion of Me Too. This is not about Me Too. This is about a woman actually, fighting a cause that she thinks that is just for her, right? And then you said, what happens between two Nigerian assembly members behind assembly closed doors is less concerned to commoners struggling to make ends meet. Do you really think that these National Assembly members have actually been living up to their responsibilities? You think, say, the National Assembly members, they live truly to their responsibilities? Did they really do their work the way they're supposed to?
Which work did they do? 85% of them are always sleeping.
Hey.
20% of them don't come there at all. What work are they doing?
Allegedly. And they help people put allegedly for the end.
Well, what work are they doing? No, tell me now. So as far as I'm concerned, look, I've said it and I'll keep saying it. It is time we do away with the National Assembly, especially the Senate. do away with the Senate, reduce, the federal house, reduce the membership so that we can save money from governance. This 109 or 100 what senators, they are doing absolutely nothing because the Senate has turned into the retirement home for ex-governors. And most of them have nothing to show in the states they govern for 8 years.
Hell, not be saying they govern their states well safe. How they won't call
so
you
if they are not able to do anything in their states, what do you think they will do at the national level?
Ooh. This time below the belt. All right, taking some more reactions there. Wise then says, unfortunately so. And a message here, Onyeka says, let's take a moment to appreciate, our Precious. She's a superwoman. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Onyeka. This means a lot to me. I appreciate you. Wari says, Nigerian National Assembly soap opera drama. Be small drama. Ikel says, I'm late today. No, Ikel, you're not so late. You still were able to meet up. Charles E. He says the Nigerian Senate is full of educated illiterates. Is that correct, sir? Sorry, sir. Educated illiterates. Ouch. Obi says, paid people, even one of them don't know what she was supporting. Whether Akpabio been a Wakpio, she don't know what she needs support. All right, Mama Obasui says, I salute the courage of Senator Natasha. She is a real woman. I am so proud of her. Daisy. All right, because this battle, if he pass, let me shut up. Obi says, Senator Natasha will not get justice so far Nigeria is concerned. You think she will get justice? This is painful to hear.
In a society or in a Senate filled with men, that justice get as it go be.
Hey.
Because anything you do, they see it as the brotherhood is being attacked.
So then that means which kind of men will they put in charge of our affairs now? If now waiting all this men they
now the same men where they marry. So which kind not be some of them they marry 7 wives. Maybe some of them they carry their wives call for our National Assembly, call showcase as their property. You they keep quiet.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I reserve my comments, sir. Moving on to more messages. Charles Smith says Nigerians are here busy talking about Natasha, but never protested when it was confirmed that Tinubu forged his certificate. Tinubu raised the price of PL from about 200 naira to 1,000 naira. They didn't do anything. Don't talk about that to Nigerians. So Chill Power says, Anti-Pressure, so happy you left VOP. Now you can talk freely here. So happy, my dear brother. My mouth is not tied again. CY, okay, says, Precious, I think the power of Supreme Court does not supersede the Constitution of Nigeria. Nigeria is a federation. Please, can you educate us? From the little that I know about the Constitution, when there is a ruling from the Supreme Court and there is a contrary position in the when there is a ruling from the Supreme Court and there's a contrary position by the Constitution as reflected in the Constitution stands supreme in most of those cases. That is what I have been made to understand. But I am not a lawyer, so I can't tell. But I do know that the Constitution is supposed to stand supreme, except that amendments or whatever ruling has been made a law passed by the National Assembly to amend that section of the Constitution to effect that Supreme Court judgment. Do you understand? So it's unfortunate. Well, moving on to more conversations here. Nigeria is an artificial entity that is very fragile. We have to be very, very careful. Carry them like egg. And then Chibuike Aningu says, it is playing out in Nigeria and the people are quiet because Nigerians are not one. Nigeria is not one. If we divide Nigeria, everyone will know what is wrong with them. But in Nigeria, we'll still remain like this forever. Okay. Do you think division is really the problem? That's what many will say. Sonny Indu says it's a shame. A country of 200 million people, the minister is ignorant. Is he happy? He even market 7,000 megawatts for us. For people of 200 million. plus, because if we go by the last UN report, it's supposed to reach 230 or 240 people now. Sonny Indu says, sir, well said. The minister does not know what he is doing and doesn't know what he is saying. It's in Sonny talk. And Itamatito 1 says the Senate is the highest chamber of proven criminals in all ramifications, because what money can do, more money will do it. Hey! This one a real see finish. What money can do, more money will do it. Hey! Okay. And then you now further said, Hunger Deo, captured country. Hey! I don't like it when I hear things like this. Liz Yakman says, lawmakers becoming lawbreakers. Very shameful. And Sonny Indu says, congratulations, we are proud of you. Thank you so much. Stop it, I like it. Obed Oji says, wow, Queen Precious. Ah, well done, as always, as Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gracias. You guys make me so happy. So Prince Francis Chilaka, we're still waiting on you guys. If you want to jump in on the conversation, kindly click on the link by the pinned post. I'll see if I can post that link again. There's a link on the pinned post. Just click on that link and it will bring you straight to the studio for you to air your thoughts, your reactions. I just reposted the link again, so you can just click on that link and it will bring you straight to the studio so you can join the conversation. If you want to join with your voice alone, just turn off your camera and you'll be live in the studio here with us. Let me see if I have more messages here. Clinton Dumbiri says, does it mean Fubara has lost in this battle? Prince Francis Chilakasa, would you like to react to that? Does it mean Fubara has lost in this battle?
The battle is just beginning. It's just beginning. So let's sit back and watch. Me, I don't go buy popcorn. Because unfortunately, I know they take soda. But I bought my popcorn and waiting to see what plays out.
So you think it's going to be drama galore moving forward?
It is. It's already started.
Okay. All right. So
the drama has already started.
All right, so let me take a passing shot on the conversations we've had tonight so far, please. If you can, jumping on each of them one at a time.
Well, my parting shot is not. My parting shot is those who have elected or those who have selected themselves to lead this country. They should begin to do the right thing. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are going through a lot. Nigerians are unable to pay their medical bills, pay their children's school fees, pay their house rents, eat 3 square meals a day. That is how bad things are in Nigeria today. So our leaders should not pretend that all is well. All is not well. All is not well in Nigeria. And for those who collect money to go and protest, be careful. If you die during that protest, or you're lower,
is
it true? Sorry?
Kilo lower.
Or you're lower. You're on your own.
Oh, okay.
And the truth of the matter is that these people who come out to protest, let me ask them one question. All of you that are protesting, can any of your sons or your daughters marry the daughter or son of a senator or a minister or a commissioner or even a local government chairman or a councillor? When I know they think, before you decide to become a tout, a thug, a pushover for a politician, think of yourself first. Ask yourself those questions. If after that 5 minutes of protest, do you think that minister knows you, or the commissioner, or the senator? They don't know you. They don't value you. Put a value on yourself. That is integrity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Put a value on yourself. We'll continue to speak for our nation's development. We won't stop talking. And I often say that the day we'll stop talking is the day we'll start dying. By the way, this is your first time joining me live, but you support our ministry, and click on the subscription button and subscribe. Follow us like your village people because it's very important so that we'll move this ministry to its permanent site. I take a few more reactions. Clinton Dumberry here says, because I heard he has written to Amehula faction on the 48-hour ultimatum that shows he has recognized them, or what? Is it written? He only reacted that he said that it was even through the Secretary of State government that they only heard about the ultimatum on social media, and they have not gotten any official information about the ultimatum. So, that's it. Sam David says, as long as APC government is in charge, no justice for her. This regime is very, very corrupt. What does it mean for Nigerians to have this kind of mindset, Prince Francis Chilaka? What does it mean for Nigerians to just feel that, because social government is in power, so people may never get justice if they feel bad about it?
It's not some people. It's unfortunate that Nigeria has become a country where people no longer trust the judiciary, people don't trust the executive, people don't trust the legislators. That's just it. And it's because of the fact that people don't trust them. That is why they believe that money can bring them to power. So they use their money to get into power. Snatch it, grab it, and run. That is what Nigerian politics has turned into.
And there's nothing we can do about this.
What we can do about it is for the people to be resolute, for the people to shun every form of bribery during elections. I'm not one of those who will say, collect and vote some other person. No, don't collect. Let them know you don't want their money, that all you want is to vote your conscience, to vote people with honor and proven integrity. You will see that this country will change.
Or when people say that they have weaponized poverty, if poverty has been weaponized, then how can somebody who's hungry see money and say, I will not take because I want to show that I have integrity?
As they collect the money now, the poverty they increase, the suffering they increase. With all the money they have collected, especially those who collected money during the 2023 election, where are they today? Are they buying food cheap? Are they paying cheaper house rents? Are they entering buses because they collected money from somebody and the person is not, the bus driver will not collect his ticket, bus conductor will not collect money? So these are questions you should ask. People should go and ask questions. Countries that have made it did not make it because of the government, those in power. They made it because the people wanted that change. And the people stood their grounds.
So that means Nigerians must decide one day that enough is enough. We want to change. And
exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
So that means now on a hand for Nigeria 90. All right, I'm playing my own role by bringing you the appropriate information and, of course, ensuring that I sensitize you, I inform you, and I educate you. What we do with education and information is up to you. But let me quickly take this message here. Sam David says, a country where the president is a certificate forger and a drug dealer, and the vice president is a Boko Haram sympathizer, she can never get justice because the country is very, very corrupt. See, I don't want to say believe, this mindset is very troubling. Judge Clinton Dumberry says, Wike and Tinubu should please leave Fubara alone because this punishment with judiciary on him is too much. Prince Francis Chilaka, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's been a part of this life. I appreciate you guys. I thank on a plenty. Oh yeah, click on the subscription button if you never subscribed to us before. Make it go to follow us like a village people. WhatsApp number day one, please join us to interact too, and I will let them know. I will let them know about the WhatsApp number later, so that we continue to give on information on new things and new shows we're going to build on top of this platform. I appreciate you hugely. I know you've barely rested, but I called upon you while Barrister Sim was finding it difficult to join the live, and you're able to rescue the situation and rescue the day. I appreciate you a whole lot, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, sir. That's the size of our package today. Thank you to everyone. I appreciate you guys. I love you stupidly. Ensure you protect your mental health. I always like to say this. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. We'll keep posting videos and information, and we'll keep talking about information and things that shape our nation. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, same time, 5:30 p.m. tomorrow evening on Philly. Even if our village people no agree, we must agree. So we must come on air 5:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Take care. Bye.